Okay, good morning, Trojans. Today is Friday, July 24th, and just chiming in here with a weekly update about our return to learn plans. Boy, a lot has changed since our last update a week ago, and so this video is just intended to be an ongoing communication tool for parents, families, students, community on the status of our return to learn plans and efforts. We know there's a lot of questions and concerns that pop up on a week-to-week basis. And so we just want to be responsive and be very open about our plans and safety responses as we start to get closer and closer to the reopening of school. So the plan here today is just go through some information and updates and just make sure that we've communicated that out to our community. Parents, the single most important message today that I would want to point out and that would differ from last week's guidance is that parents will now have a choice when it comes to their kids' education in the fall. And what I mean by that is we're prepared to support parents' decisions to choose if their child wants or needs to do school online or in person, face-to-face, either way. And so that's an important update to note, as it was clarified by the governor last Friday. Families who wish to take advantage of the virtual option, even if we return to school face-to-face, they're going to have that option. And it's important to note, too, that you will not need to provide a physician's note. That was the plan as of a week or so ago. And just know that parents, if you decide that that's the right thing for your kids and your family, you will no longer be required to provide some sort of a physician's note to support that. Switching gears here, in July or early August, parents and families can look for a survey from the school. We're going to be asking for important input and feedback about our return to learn plans. So approximately in the next 10 to 14 days or so, look for that. We would appreciate your consideration in filling that out. I'm happy to share that the district's personal protective equipment is starting to roll in, and I'll model that here. This is just an example of a face shield that the district has ordered. We've ordered enough of these for all staff. And just modeling kind of how this will look and work if they become necessary. Think about this. I know that it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm sure that my kids will want to fancy this up and decorate it a little bit if it becomes something we need to use on a regular basis. Additionally, the district has also purchased enough 3-layer polyfabric masks for all staff. We've purchased plexiglass partitions for offices and secretaries. And we're trying to secure floor stickers to help kids understand social distancing expectations, as well as the kind of the new one-way traffic flow concepts that our principals are working on for use in the hallways of all schools pre-K through 12th grade. Additionally, we're in the process of securing swivel cameras for our staff to better provide video live streams of instruction for any kid who needs them or wishes to take advantage of the virtual learning options provided by the school district. I'm also pleased to share that our school board earlier this month approved the purchase of several different curriculum enhancements that will give our staff the ability to provide robust online instruction should that become necessary. These purchases in many cases were moved up several years sooner than what we had budgeted for, but we felt like they were necessary to support our staff's teaching and learning efforts given the circumstances. If you're out there and you've been thinking about ever being a sub for the school district, I would just plead with you to consider it. Another announcement made by Governor Reynolds on Friday was she expanded flexibility for anybody who wants to serve as a sub. And so we know as we get closer to fall, we'll have a high need for sub teachers, associates, and particularly bus drivers. And so if you think you have any interest in working with us in those capacities, part-time or on a more regular basis, we're open to just about anything with getting high quality subs to support the list of high quality people we've already had engaged with being a sub for us. So if you're interested, just please contact my office and we'll get you pointed in the right direction about how to become a sub. I guess I'll close on just a couple of different topics here. Safety protection measures. We've been in constant contact with both Marion and Warren County Public Health. They have assured us transparency on positive test cases for COVID. And they're set up to provide us daily lists of anyone within the school system who has tested positive and therefore been asked to quarantine. So anybody who ends up on that list will not be able to be in school for the 14-day quarantine period. And then we'll also get a signed release to come back to school signed by the Department of Public Health. We've also working with public health on a couple of things that I think are worth sharing. One thing I would plead is to just encourage anybody that lives in the Pleasantville Community School District, if you're going to get tested for COVID, consider doing it in Marion County. There's several different testing sites. The reason I ask for that is that it slows down the lag in turnaround time. If you happen to go get tested in Polk or Warren or any other county for that matter, it just adds an extra day or two on before Marion County gets that list back. And so, if you're open to it, I certainly, can't mandate that, but would just encourage you to think about getting tested in Marion County if that's something that you're willing to do to help speed up the turnaround time of us getting that transparent, open feedback. And so public health in Marion County is offering free tests every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm told they expect to ramp that up with more frequency as the start of the school year gets closer. And finally, there's just a lot of cool ideas I'm seeing shared online. And one idea that I felt was worth noting, if you're so inclined, is it's called the mask hour. We're still not at a point where we're going to require face coverings or masks with students. But just something that if we have to go that route or if it becomes necessary, getting your kids accustomed to that and used to it. And so I've started that with my own children, is that they just in short bursts, short periods, and kind of ramping up their ability to be accustomed to wearing those masks. I think a good comparison was one I heard made by our AD, is that it's consistent with the training when a kid starts to wear contact lenses, as they kind of step up approach to, put them in, wear them for an hour, maybe the next day 2 hours, and just if you're trying to get your kid used to that, just in case it becomes necessary, I think it's a cool strategy and a kind of a fun way to start getting kids used to that if it would become necessary. So just sharing that idea, I think it's a neat approach, and we're not there yet in terms of mandating those, but if it becomes necessary, I think those kids that have practiced some of those routines will be in good shape. So, hey, I'm going to close with this. We're grateful for the opportunity to serve you and your families, Pleasantville, and just especially as we face this very challenging circumstances and time together. Just know that we appreciate your graces and your trust. And more so, perhaps than normal, the overwhelming support of our school is very much appreciated. So with that, I will end this video. Go Trojans, and stay safe. Thank you.